Prosperity and abundance to everyone tuning in. I am Mrs.Melanin Reigns, and it is an honor and a pleasure to be back with you all. So today I'm going to address some of the questions I got in the community section, but before we start this video, I do want to highlight something that I've been using for brain fog and for my lack of energy. Over the last few months, my brain has just been completely scattered. And on top of that, there was a period of time that I was in bed for weeks upon weeks upon weeks. All of you know on this channel that I've dealt with narcissistic abuse. I haven't fully shared my story yet, but anyone who's been through it knows it can take a toll on you. However, if you're a postpartum mom or if you're dealing with anything, even ADHD, if you use some Shilajit, I promise you, as I've been using it, I've literally gotten more done in that time period than I have over the last few months. And I honestly wouldn't promote anything to you all that I cannot fully stand by. But this is something I'm going to be recommending to other people that I know have been through narcissistic abuse. And as I said before, it doesn't have to be that. It could be other traumatic events. It could be just a lot of work that you have to get done, and you're looking for something that will boost your energy naturally. So I'm going to link it down below, and I'm going to leave my discount code so that you all can be able to share that with other people as well. So I wanted to address some of the questions that I saw in the community section that I really loved about healing. Like, how are you healing on your journey? How do you know you've healed? And that is a prominent question because I think healing comes up so much. Like, just, it doesn't matter what sector of life you're in. Now, healing is like a popular topic, right? And one of the things that I've acknowledged on my healing journey is like, there's no destination for healing. So yes, I've healed past a lot of things. And I actually, within this year and probably like from 2021 up until now, I was really reflecting on how beneficial a lot of those things that I was doing and being intuitively guided to do has impacted my life. So I really like to look at healing as if during this process, you're getting, like, life is giving you tools, right? You're getting tools to add to your brand new toolbox, right? And you're adding these tools. So it's not that these things won't come up. It's not like you won't be triggered. It's not like you won't still see remnants of some of those things that you feel like you've worked past, but you will have the tools to deal with them. And I think I saw that on like a viral reel or something like that, where a sister was talking about it in the sense of it being tools in a toolbox. And so when these childhood things come up, or when these new traumatic things that have taken place in your life that created, you know, like a surplus of gunk in a sense, you, on your healing journey, you're really going to be able to gain what you need to deal with it, so you're not lashing out in the same way. And how do you know that you're healing? Because you're not lashing out in the same ways that you used to. And healing doesn't look like any type of caricature. Healing doesn't look like what a lot of people explain it to be. For example, being on your spiritual journey, I feel like there's a look, right? At one point I had my locks, I was fully plant-based. I was, you know, I still wear my crystals because I still make my crystals, but I'm not going about it the same way that I used to, because healing is its own thing. So we all are healing in our own different way, using our different modalities. And one of the biggest things about healing is your gift, whatever it is that you're purposed to do, will naturally help to heal you. There was a period of time where I stopped doing art, I stopped creating so much, and I felt myself really like feeling rigid, feeling unhappy. And I didn't put two and two together really, because at that time I was kind of more so in survival mode. But I came to realize that, you know, the music I was making, the poetry I was doing, the art I was creating, all of these things was helping to heal me. Healing is not some big event. It's not some big retreat. It's not it's not a specific title or anything like that. It's really learning about yourself, and not just about yourself. At one point, you will have to learn about the womb that carried you, because you were in your mother as your grandmother was carrying you. And likewise for all aspects of our family, at one point you're going to have to look and see what repetitive patterns are in the bloodline. But as it relates to you and whatever you may have been through, it's really about addressing that and facing it head on. There's no fast track to healing. There's no, I feel like, and I'm about to cry, because I'm still learning how to really articulate how important it is. Like, you have to be okay being rejected. You have to be okay being abandoned. You have to be okay with just yourself. You have to be okay being alone. You have to be okay taking time away from social media. You have to be okay taking time away from any vice, anything that's become a vice in your life. And scripture talks about this as idolatry. And I feel like a lot of times we look at it, and I put this in the community section too, that, we look at it like God said do this, God said do that. God is teaching you how to navigate the Most High God. The Most High God has taught us over time how to deal with things in this realm, how to deal with things in this physical world, and how to keep connected with that divine source of integrity. Because too much space between you and that source turns into all types of different things. And so you really have to be okay with going without. Don't wait until life takes it from you. You take a sabbatical from things. You stop the smoking. You stop the drinking. And the habitual behavior of these things becomes idolatry. It doesn't matter what it is. It may not, you might not be a smoker or a drinker, but there might be something there. It could be coffee. It could be anything. And you always want to dig deep, try yourself, push yourself, sacrifice those things so that you can be able to see what is truly bothering you. Because a lot of times what we do is we put a lot of things over the wound. We're bandaging, bandage on top of bandage, but the wound isn't getting better. And a lot of times the wound can even become more infected because you just bandaging. The wound's not able to breathe. It's not able to get what it really needs. So as you go upon life, and I'm not going to make this video too long, I'm going to come back again if I need to, but healing is a journey and it doesn't stop. For example, when we're talking about relationships, you're not going to become some super healed, perfect person. That's not what we are purposed to be. There's so much beauty in our shortcomings. There's so much beauty in the things that we have been through. And being able to accept that, to set those boundaries, remove those things from ourselves and remove those things from our environment, whether it be family, friends, vices, jobs, social media, anything. Being able to do what you are being led and guided to do, and to be able to trust yourself like that, you have to really practice moments of stillness and being one with the Most High God, that source of integrity. The world promotes mostly a generic type of healing, but it's like, you don't want to go and get the pharmaceutical pills. This is not telling you to get off of what you've been prescribed. I'm using this as, just an example. Instead of going to what may be the quick fix, what you want to do is put those nutrients in your body naturally through your fruits, through your vegetables, through the food and drinks that you're eating, so that the body can learn how to not just, because your body knows what it's doing. We're just using the body as an example. Your body knows what it's doing. You want to help promote and elevate that. You want to give it, you want to give your kidneys, your lungs, your heart, what it needs to be able to continue doing its thing. You don't want to use a powdered pill to take place of that function. Because what will happen with that powder pill is it'll shut your organs down, because it's sending these synthetic messages to your body like, hey, I got this handled, I got this handled, I got this handled. That's why you see people over time with their pills, their kidneys fail, or their heart still fails, or whatever, because that shortened, that fast track remedy. You don't want to go towards the fast track remedy. So over time in my healing process, I have to readdress things over and over and over. But you will see that how you dealt with something before is not how you're dealing with it now. We all have those different spaces where it's like, oh my gosh, this one space or these few spaces is really like giving me an issue. I want to evolve from here. I want to evolve from here. But another thing I'm learning is so purposed. It's so purposed. And I hope that I addressed at least enough. And if I didn't, leave it down in the comments below anything that I need to clarify or that I need to elaborate on. But I'm going to leave that video there. Healing is a journey. There is no destination. You just keep going and you keep going and you keep going. And when you're looking for your friends and your romantic partner, you want to make sure that those people, they also have tools in their toolbox. So when anger arises, they have a tool in their toolbox to properly deal with anger. Because we have every emotion, and every emotion is purpose. So healing isn't being some do-gooder, this caricature of a do-gooder. No, healing is your authenticity, your vulnerability, and being able to check things behind closed doors when nobody's looking. Jealousy. Let's say your best friend, she's making 6 figures. She just made 6 figures in her business, and you have your business. You've been working on your business for a long time, and something in you comes up because you feel that jealousy in you. You gotta check that right then and there, by yourself. You gotta check it right then and there. When you're dealing with your partner and your partner does something minor, but it irritates you so much, and you just want to lash and go off on the handles, you have to check it right there. And even if you do lash out and go off the handles, you have to go sit with yourself, reflect, and start taking the initiative to change that. So that's what I have to say so far about healing. Again, if you're dealing with any brain fog, or you're dealing with lack of energy, ADHD, things like that, look down in the description. I promise I won't promote anything to you all just for the sake of promoting it. This has really helped me. Yesterday, especially, I was amazed at how much I was able to get done. I was able to just follow through with it, and I wasn't overthinking it in my head.